Hello there. Thank you for joining me. As we start a new series that looks back at some of the radical religious and social movements that swept through Australia in recent times, whatever happened to the Orange people, or the Sannyasins as they're now known, or the Christian Charismatics, or the young volunteers who went on kibbutz? Who were they? Why did they join? And where are they now? All will be revealed in the coming weeks. And we start with the story of the Hare Krishnas and their impact here.
Excuse me, sir, what do you think of the Hare Krishna people you've just passed?
Because everybody can do what they want to, but it's not for me.
Because you're mad.
A lot of people joined because they were seeking truth, they were soul searching and they were seeking something deeper.
The Hare Krishnas were young, full of energy and fuelled with a vision of a new type of spiritual life.
Hare Krishna philosophy, Hare Krishna food, Hare Krishna clothing. There was no world outside Hare Krishna. That's all we knew.
We were meant to be chosen children, actually, because to be born into a Hare Krishna situation was considered to be a blessing.
So who were the Hare Krishnas and where are they now?
You don't have to walk around with a bald head and tilak and robe to be a Hare Krishna.
People say, oh, okay, so not all Hare Krishnas are hippies running around the hills. And it's no, they're not. They're pilots and they're lawyers and they're doctors and they're teachers and they're nurses.
For the past 30 years, this property in northern New South Wales has been home to the biggest Hare Krishna farm community in Australia. They came here to create a world away from mainstream society, devoted to Krishna consciousness. Chandra moved here with her parents when she was 8 years old.
It was a pretty amazing experience. I don't think there are many kids who have had that kind of a start in life. Colour, a lot of music, a lot of festivity. Growing up, we were really raised by a society rather than individuals.
Life was isolated. The children lived in the boarding school on the farm, without their parents.
There's pros and cons. There was probably not a lot of nurturing. There wasn't. You had to learn to be quite strong to survive, and I was a really strong girl, so I could manage quite well. I was very eager to please all the adults because it was sort of the only way of getting much recognition. If you did well at chanting, you did well at service. When you're the only one looking out for you, because you don't have your parents there, so you have to learn how to navigate people.
It was a disciplined life on the commune. The day began at 3:30 a.m. with chanting.
It was a 6-day school. We did academia every day from 9 till about 1, had lunch and then went to the river. It was a lot of fun. We all lived in the ashram. Back in that time we had fields and fields of flowers. So every day we would pick them, gather them, make the garlands for all the deities. I can remember very clearly the music, the songs, and from the moment I got there, I really didn't ever want to leave.
The local town of Murwillumbah was initially suspicious of the new arrivals, but the media found them fascinating.
Even when they're relaxing in the material world, the Krishna kids can never forget the spiritual. But the adults have, of course, chosen to be Hare Krishnas. Their children have had no choice. They've been born to it.
TV cameras would come in and do shows on us, and newspapers, a lot of PR.
Who can tell me who Krishna is?
God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
We children were shoved in front of the cameras to say, look, these happy, bright children, which we were to a degree.
Shorty here with ISKCON in the 80s. Today I'm here to tell you about 4 ways you can help the channel. Number 1, please become a subscriber. Subscription growth is the #1 metric that YouTube uses. Number 2, please comment. Your feedback helps me direct the narrative of the channel. Number 3, visit the eBay store today. On eBay, you'll find me known as West Coast Yoga. And finally, number 4, chant Hare Krishna and read Prabhupada's books.